Feedback magazine this issue has a summary of MLA's annual industry projections. While the strong outlook for Australian red meat in 2008 is a story worth reading, the story of how MLA reaches those conclusions has its own value.
It's an exercise of bringing together information from various sources from around Australia, from around the world. But critical to it is the direct contact that we have with our stakeholders, the producers.
The process culminates in an industry workshop of all sectors. Processors, feedlotters, exporters and producers large and small gather to contribute their insight about market and seasonal conditions.
It's a good process. I mean, we've got all sectors of the industry covered. We all get a say and we all hear what everyone else says, and at the end of the day hopefully we've got something that's pretty close to what might happen, and at least it's something that producers can read and they can sort of say, well, yep, that makes sense to me, I might go this way in my business.
It's a process which gives the projections huge credibility as the key to making strategic production and marketing decisions.
In our business, this sort of information coming in is really letting us see what direction the industry is going as far as export markets that might be increasing, export markets that might be decreasing, seeing how the domestic market's shifting, talking about consumer focus, what are they thinking about these days compared to 10 years ago. All these little things can mean a change in what we do and what we target with our livestock.
Looking at cattle on feed, for example, in the US markets, the timing of when those should be exiting feedlots and going onto international markets, that enables us to try and plan our year to optimise our sales so that we're not selling when everybody else is selling, and hopefully that proves financially beneficial for us.
The 2008 projections factor in a break in the drought, not unreasonable with current climate indicators. For beef, the only real negatives that leaves are the high value of the Australian dollar and renewed competition in Japan and Korea from the US after a forced absence of 4 years. While MLA expects that to impact Australian exports, the Americans won't find it easy going.
They've found it tough so far. They're back into Japan, but they've only about a 10% of their previous supply at this stage. I think they're going to find it tough not just because the protocols are reasonably tight, but also because there's still consumer resistance in the market, and they do like Australian products. So I think our share is going to remain much higher than what it was previously, but we will suffer some impact in the next 12 months.
For lamb, 2007 saw the national flock shrink further to barely half the size of 1990 and the lowest number of sheep in the country since 1924. Despite that, there was record lamb production of 425,000 tonnes. Not that incomes were higher, feed costs saw to that. But in the coming year, with a better season bringing down production costs, lamb seems set for a strong year.
The industry is going to be very close again in the coming year to record production. It'll be down a bit, but it'll still close second highest probably on record. We'll have demand on export markets higher than we've ever seen before in the next 12 months, despite a high Australian dollar. And providing we do get the breaking of the drought, we're going to see the cost of production come right back down for lamb producers, and we'll see a further shift, I think, of producers into lamb production. So I think we're looking at a pretty positive year for lamb in 2008.